bring the fan favorites back. In MK12, bring us Ermac, bring us Reptile, bring us Human Smoke, bring us Sector and Cyrax, bring us Chameleon. What's up guys, and welcome back to my channel. It's been about a year or so since I've last uploaded a video, but I'm back, and today's video is gonna be a good one. As most of you know, I got my step into the broader FGC with Mortal Kombat 11. I mean, I've been playing fighting games since back in the PS2 days, but Mortal Kombat 11 was my first game that put me into the community, and I really enjoyed it. So for today's video, I'm going to be speaking about my issues with MK11 and what I hope to see in MK12. But before we get into this, be sure to smash the like button as it helps the video, and also sub to the channel not to miss any future content. I got some good videos coming up, so you might want to also hit the bell for all notifications. Let's get into this. So first off, what sets Mortal Kombat apart from all other fighting games? To me, it's definitely got to be the amazing story mode, as well as just the size and the awesomeness of the crypt. I mean, MK11's crypt, although the randomness of loot in crates kind of screws you over, I think it's awesome to see all the locations, from Shang Tsung's castle to Goro's lair to the spider fucking weird ass place where you're just getting attacked and jump scared from all angles. It's really fun. And to me, although Mortal Kombat's characters and gameplay is cool, that is what truly sets it apart. So in MK12, I obviously hope to see both of those, but with a few new tweaks. In terms of the story, I have to say it's starting to get really stale right now. I understand Raiden relaunched the timeline and we had to pretty much reset things, but let's move on from this. Let's maybe try adapt a 3D story, the Deadly Alliance or the Rebirth of Onaga, something really cool that hasn't really been told in a modern day kind of style. I feel that they could take a 3D story, even Shujinko's story, although all over the place. I'm not too sure how they'll do the whole traveling the realms thing, but that could really be another cool way to like change their game up. Now it's not only a story mode, they've gone back into that conquest kind of vibe where you playing as Shujinko, roaming the realms, finding characters to train you, and that would be really cool in my opinion. So hopefully we see something like that. And secondly, I have to say that for main boss, Kronika is really boring. I have to say that. I'm sorry, NRS tried to do something cool, but the thought of the character is cooler than the execution that they did, if that makes sense. I mean, if you think back to the previous Mortal Kombat bosses, Shang Tsung has the Soul Steel, Goro has the Fireball and the Grabs, Kintaro has the Sky Jump and the Fireball, Shao Kahn has the Shoulder Bash, Motaro has the Scorpion Tail thingy-majiggy. And I mean, when you think of Kronika, it's like, okay, well, she can rewind time, but what's her gimmick, if that makes sense? Kronika was kind of like a puppeteer controlling her evil revenants, where I think we need to get back to the big boss that's gonna beat the living shit out of you. Something else I really want to talk about is the Mortal Kombat 11 gameplay. This is a debate that's been going on through the community since the game released, and yes, I was one of the people who really enjoyed the game, but after expanding outside of Mortal Kombat 11 to games like Guilty Gear Strive, Dragon Ball FighterZ, Street Fighter V, Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3, Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, I just realized that Mortal Kombat 11 was NetherRealm's attempt at dialing down their fighting game to gain a wider audience, which I think they definitely did. They definitely did that. But the execution of it was subpar. Hopefully in Mortal Kombat 12 we can maybe see the return of 50-50 mix-ups. I love MK11's pace of gameplay. Leave the run button out of there. Maybe just bring back 50-50 mix-ups and maybe give each character a free launcher that doesn't cost meter. Just one free launcher per character that doesn't cost meter and can extend combos. I mean, Mortal Kombat 11 obviously needs more changes to itself, but I think just adding those new things would make the game a lot more fun and a lot more entertaining to play over time. Some of the other changes I feel the game could use is some refinement of the poking system. To be able to just sit and be like down 4, down 4, down 2, down 4, down 2. I know you guys have versed these Jade players before, that they just sit out of range, down 4, down 4, down 2, down 4, down 2. The Combat League special. And that shit needs to change. It needs to have some... I'm not sure how. I'm not the most clued up fighting game fanatic, but you don't see people just doing that in other games. You don't see people just spamming like the entire game poke buttons just to try and stop the opponent's turn, because they get huge punishes. In Guilty Gear, if you're trying to spam down 2 and you get hit by a close slash or a far slash, you're gonna eat mega damage. And I'm sure it's the same thing in Street Fighter. I play a lot more Guilty Gear, but I'm sure it's the same thing in Street Fighter. If you spamming crouching light punch and you get hit with a crush counter, you're gonna get hit for a lot of damage. In Mortal Kombat, it's like, no, the advantage is with the fucking person spamming the buttons. So I really hope they sort something out with that. Another thing is not giving characters mids. What was the point in that? And finally, I have to say, Mortal Kombat 11's roster is really, really lacking. I mean, if we have to look at the Mortal Kombat 9 roster, we can see we have Scorpion, Liu Kang, Sub-Zero, Sindel, Ermac, Reptile, Kitana, Jade, Melina, Nightwolf, Cyrax, Noob, Human Smoke, Shang Tsung, Cabal, Cyber Sub-Zero, Quan Chi, Rain, Kenshi. I mean, any character that everybody loves. This is probably the top characters in Mortal Kombat history, and they're all in the roster. And if we have to look at the MKX roster, we can see here Ermac, Kitana, Kenshi, Shinnok, Melina, Reptile, Quan Chi, Goro, Tanya, Sector, Cyrax, and Cyber Sub-Zero. Again, these are all the most favorited characters in Mortal Kombat lore. Then we go to the Mortal Kombat roster. Okay, Shang Tsung is there, sure. Noob is there, sure. Liu Kang is there, sure. Frost, you can't really say. Before this game, I don't think Frost was anybody's top characters, so I'm not going to count her. Even before MK11, there wasn't like a lot of love for Frost, so I'm not going to count her in that. Even in MK11, not a lot of people played Frost, so I'm not going to count her in that. Kitana, sure. Fujin and Rain, sure. Sindel, sure. Jade and Melina. So, I mean, in MK9, we have about like 20 something favorited characters. MKX maybe 20 favorite characters, and now MK11 we have 7 or 8 favorite characters. It's like, okay, well, are you guys trying to force us to like other characters, or I don't know if maybe I'm just looking too deep into it, which I don't think so, because a lot of people share the same opinion. But bring the fan favorites back. In MK12, bring us Ermac, bring us Reptile, bring us Human Smoke, bring us Sector and Cyrax, bring us Chameleon, bring us like some 3D era characters, bring us Nitara, bring us Kira, bring us Astra. There's so many cool characters that can come through from the rest of the Mortal Kombat lore. I mean, if we had to ask people in the community who would have picked Baraka, Jackie, and Aaron Black over Reptile, Ermac, and Smoke, I mean, I don't think anybody would have. They would have much more preferred the latter three. But I do have to say, although I give MK11's roster a lot of hate, I really, really love what they did with Aftermath. Introducing the new story mode, including the DLC characters, was really cool. And again, another thing that can set them way, way apart from other fighting games is bringing back that DLC story mode and maybe making it a bit more in-depth. Maybe instead of only using 4 of the DLC characters. Okay, well, the others were pretty much guests, I guess, so you can't involve Rambo in the Mortal Kombat story mode. But that was a really good move from NRS. I really liked it, and hopefully we can see some more DLC story modes for MK12. It would be really cool. Going back to my talking about the story I'd like to see, imagine a DLC story mode where you first have to play as the good guys fighting the Deadly Alliance, and then the DLC story mode is Onaga being reborn and attacking, and now the good and the bad guys need to come together to fight against Onaga. That could also be amazing. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, what kind of story mode you'd like to see, or in general, what changes to Mortal Kombat you'd like to see. Again, don't forget to smash the like button, sub to the channel, and ring the bell for all future notifications. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I've got more coming up soon. Have a great day. Peace.